Nickens comes into this game. I don't know what the number was, but he has been a shooter in the past. The last 2 years, he hasn't shooting 22%. He goes 4 for 4. Huge difference in the game. Melo Trimble was Melo Trimble. He was good with a dagger 3 and the shot clock low. And then Justin Jackson was we didn't guard him very well, and he got some really good looks. And I think they were shooting the second half. I thought at the start of the whole second half, the whole beginning of the second half, up until, I don't know what it was, 6 minutes ago or something, they were shooting 38%. We were guarding them. We were trading a little bit, but we were right there. And then the last 6 minutes, they went 7 for 8. Some of them we couldn't stop. Some of them were just because they have really good players that make great individual plays. Some of them we'd certainly like to have back. So we're making steps in some areas. Muhammad took a charge today, which is what I've been rallying about. That's a great step in the right direction. Mo continues to, you can just see the great promise there. DJ, offensively right now, has done a really good job, but all our guys, we still have a long ways to do. As you can see, when you're playing talented teams, we just got to improve. Brad?
Hey, Coach. In the final 10 minutes, you really just stuck with your starters, didn't make any substitutions at all until the last few seconds. What were they doing well? What was really the rationale behind not making any subs down the stretch?
Well, they were playing well. We felt it was our best defensive team on the floor there a lot. If you noticed, I called a timeout so we could double use the timeouts. So when you got 8 minutes to go, you're going to have 2 medias, and I called one, and he called one, I believe. So you got plenty of rest. So there's no reason to really take a change. Muhammad was doing a pretty good job. So it wasn't. We had 5 good defenders on the floor trying to do our best.
So there's no real concern about the fatigue of playing?
No, because we gave guys rest within the game. Eric, you're not giving them rest in the last 8 minutes. You're giving them rest so that they have energy at the end. I was concerned about the third game in 3 days. We came back 10 days ago. We haven't really had a day off. And I was concerned about that going in. When we didn't shoot well in the first half, and we were wide open in the first half with several looks, I was concerned, well, maybe our legs are dead, but then we shot the heck out of it in the second half.
Chris?
Nickens got them going. I mean, those are looks probably, though, that you given how
they were runaway threes. Yeah. Runaway threes at the NBA line. There's not too many people that can defend a guy running away at 26 and rise up and shoot. Now, the last time, so there's a way you go through the screen. You either go through it or you chase it. We decided to chase it the rest of the time, but we didn't chase it on that last one. So we had to make some defensive adjustments after that.
Over here with Terry.
John, your frustration level with the defense, you couldn't get that key stop.
Yeah.
Is it just them making great shots, you guys may not need to do something?
It's a combination of things. Our kids, they have a good attitude about it, and we're growing every single day. I mean, we're growing every single day. But other teams are too. And so we just could, like I said, they were on their A game. And when you have a guy like Trimble, and you have a coach like Mark Turgeon, their little point guard made a couple plays too. They made some tough shots. I mean, there was a couple of tough shots that they had. But Dodd and Trimble have run that pick and roll a few times, and they know where each other will be. And he's just a really good player.
Yeah.
John, Mo was pretty frustrated with his defense and just overall defensively at the end of the game. He said it's not just one thing. It seems like it's several different things that are maybe catching him by surprise or catching him off guard.
How long we got?
So if you had an assessment on all this,
it's a combination of what I've been talking about, right? First of all, we got to coach it better, and we got to find you haven't taught until they've learned. It's a combination of physical contact, of being more physical. We had guys play 37 minutes and don't have a personal foul. That's not good. I mean, a loss, that's not good. You got to give 3 fouls at the end. That's it. We got to find that balance, but we also don't want guys out there just fouling and putting them at the line early. It is a processing speed with several of our guys that, as we talked before, there's this little tape delay, and we're trying to hasten it with all kinds of coaching strategies and these crazy drills to try to identify what's going on and then get to it. And there's just a processing. Sometimes the game needs to slow down for some of our guys. And some of them are in their first year, and some of them are in their 4th year. It's still there, and we got to work at it.
Noah?
John, aside from just not shooting well, is there anything in particular you think that's been a big factor in these slow starts you guys have had the last couple of games?
I just thought I thought we had really good looks. I'm not worried about the first 2 or 3 minutes really ever, as you're feeling that out. If you look at Coach Sturgeon's defense, it's really one of the premier ones in the country. So they made some shots we didn't, and that was the big difference. Mickens makes the 3. Mo, I think Muhammad, Derek, and Xavier all had the same shot. He made the 3 in a row, and we missed 4 in a row from the same open shot. And that's, you can put everything together, and we could say this, we could say that. There's the game sometimes.
Zach said Muhammad was kind of the spark plug in the start of the second half. What's been different about his game ever since the Iowa game?
We try to encourage him to get to the foul line, to go downhill, and we're trying to make sure that he feels a strong part of that, and he just goes, he gets 2 feet in the paint. That's big for him to get 2 feet in the paint, and just having the opportunity to do that, and the type of defense they're playing dictates his playing time, really. We also felt that today we wanted him to guard Trimble and their point guard as much as possible.
Over to you, right with Zach.
I know ever since he came here, Mo is kind of one of the main issues has been his foul rate and how often he's fouling.
Mm-hmm.
Is there what's the next step for him to make sure that he's not having these games where he's only playing 7 minutes in the first half?
Well, he hasn't had too many of those games, first of all, but I think he's learning what the smart play to be. But we also don't want to go the other way where we're just giving people layups, right? So as he goes through this, he's processing not only the language differences, he's processing the speed of the game, and you go through your schedule, and you play. We're not going to go out and not going to play 13 UCLAs. But you get, when you end up playing the UCLA South Carolina, you get woke up, and then all of a sudden you play some other guarantee games, and you get away with some of the things that we all do. And then all of a sudden we ain't getting away with it anymore with the way this league is right now. Okay, Penn State had a great win today. I mean, they're a good team. So I think he's understanding how to stay out of foul trouble, but we also have understanding how to be more physical with his defense as well.
We have time for a few more. Andrew?
Zach said this team sometimes waits until it gets punched in the mouth to respond. You outscored him in the second half, just like last game. I guess, is that dispiriting to you at all, or how
well, yeah. I'm just telling you, Maryland really played good today, but we had some moments there where we have to we don't play with the same IQ, the intensity that you need, and it bites you in this game. It's a 6-point swing like a matter of seconds. And what was tough was when we'd make a big play and we cut it down, and they make one coming right back. It's hard to keep doing that. A lot of factors. What it is it's a great time for us to learn and get to be a better team. There's nothing better than a game to help us improve.
And then
a loss.
The 1-3-1, you've thrown that out a couple of times. Where is this group in grasping that?
Really bad.
Compared to
really bad.
Right in the front, James.
OER is probably the highest in the country. It's probably 2.0.
Xavier made plays on both ends of the floor for the second straight game in limited minutes. Do you feel like he's making a case to maybe receive more minutes?
Yeah, he certainly did today. He had 2 assists. He played 11 minutes. He makes some things happen, and gradually, that's why he's out there. He's made the progress in practice, but it's good to be able to have Derek a little bit more rested, and we got to find another way to maybe have Derek play some off guard at a time, or just have those guys go in and out together, or just like yourself for each other.
We'll close with Rachel and then Chris.
John, teams are shooting almost 40% against you from 3-point range.
Yeah.
What does your team need to do moving forward to improve its perimeter defense?
Well, there's 2 stats you got to look at. How many do they make? And we're one of the ones in the league that's at the low number of how many you make, right? And so just we have to really, when we close out on people, we got to get the shooters. Like today, Herter, Jackson, and then Nick Mickens. They're not guys you close out short and then contest. You can just run them off the line. Well, a couple of times we closed out short and dared them to shoot it, and that's what they do well. That's that processing speed. I'm saying that we got, who do I got? Where am I going to go? It will come, but hopefully it doesn't come when they're playing over in Europe someday later on, or in the NBA. It's got to be something we want to do here at Michigan. Who am I guarding where it is? It's just an issue with this team, and they'll get better at it. They're great kids. They'll work at it. We're going to work at it. It's going to be really fun when they pull this all together.
Chris?
At the same time, following up on that, these three teams that you've played have hit shots that probably they normally wouldn't make. Is there an element of bad luck to that, or is that just a result of letting them get comfortable?
Yeah, we went in, Bear from Iowa was not shooting well, and he didn't get his open. And then Nickens' thing is just, he is a shooter, but for a guy to come off the bench and go 4 for 4 in a game, they'd only played one road game at Georgetown. To go in and do that is quite remarkable, actually. So it wasn't the only factor in the game, but a huge factor. Yeah, there's probably some luck in both of those games, right? That could have been the other way, and that would have been fool's gold, because we're still not good enough, and we just got to keep working.